And then the action is still pressing, but now you're pressing, you're still pressing the shoulder blades apart in your forearm, but you're gonna be able to feel it a lot more here. Push your shoulder blades apart, draw your navel in and up, pull your hip points together, and lift your thigh muscle into your bow. So all of that lifting doesn't actually result in a lifting of the hips or anything beyond that parallel point. It's just a muscle to bone connection. Take your heart and energetically reach it long and forward, and the crown of the head forward. So you're not dipping your chin down and you're not looking up. There's no creases in the neck or in the throat. Don't stop pushing, but notice your elbows. If they're starting to splay out beyond the width of the shoulders, bring them back in. The balls of the feet, you're on the balls of the feet. So the heel should be stacked over the toes, not behind. If you need to, walk your feet back a little bit more. Knees down would be a modification here. You're still going to be doing the hard work. So it's okay to bring the knees down, but that doesn't mean let the hips collapse. You're still going to draw the hip points together and pull the belly in and up. Just imagine you have a rod running through the body, long line of energy. Navel to spine, shoulders down the back. So by that, I mean, you're pushing shoulder blades apart, shoulders down the back means take your head forward and your traps down so that your trapezius muscles are not tensing up by the ears. Okay, we got 15 seconds. You can do this. Those of you who did November, hopefully you still got a lot of that work. So again, you can do plank and you can do down dog if you prefer that. 4, 3, 2, let's just lower down to Sphinx on 1. Take a few breaths here, uncurl the toes. Keep the elbows under the shoulders for your Sphinx. And then open up the hands. If you had that other grip, go ahead and open the hands for Sphinx. But notice your arms. They should be like railroad tracks in line with elbows and shoulders and wrists. And tops of feet down, press the feet to lift the knees. And imagine you have a block between the inner thighs. So you're not rolling the heels in or splaying out. You're just sort of keeping that neutral position, hugging the inner thighs in. All right, now lift your elbows about a ½ inch off the mat. Pull your elbows back, pull your heart forward. And then stay here. So this is an active Sphinx. If you feel crunch in your low back, lower the elbows back down, but it might help if you use the legs a little more, inner thighs, and then pull the navel in and up. All right, so we're gonna do a move here. I'm gonna show you really quick. You're gonna straighten, this is gonna work the triceps. So I want you to make sure the elbows are hugging in. You're gonna straighten as much as you can without crunching the low back, but that means keep the core lifted. So straighten and then lower back down and press into the feet. Use your core and pick up your hips. If you need to curl toes under, you can. And when you lower down, keep the core lifting up. Straighten the arms, lower the elbows, press in the feet, roll the hip points up first, and then pick everything up. Lower back down slowly, keeping core strong. Straighten arms a little bit more, and then elbows down, pick up the hips. So let's just move like this. Again, if you feel anything in the low back, then curl the toes, or don't even worry about lifting up the hips. You can just work on straightening and bending the arms, tapping. So go really slow. Lift from your core. Use your thigh muscles as well. You've got 8. Nice and slow. Someone's got their audio on. Turn the audio off, you guys. You'll see that little microphone. Just make sure you mute yourself. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Straighten the arms a little bit here. Open up the back. And then release the hands. Bring your hands back. Push back slowly into child's pose. Ease into that. Make sure no one needs to get in. Okay, I think everybody's in. A few breaths in child's pose. If I offer up any hopping or handstanding options, you always can skip that. All right, slowly make your way into downward facing dog. It should feel good after that dolphin. Hands in front of the shoulders from tabletop, and then lift the hips. Here again, it's the same action, but you're pressing into the thumb index finger, Ears go up to the shoulders, arms hug in. So nice and straight, locked out. When we lock the arms, just like locking the legs, it means you're engaging the muscles around the joints. So really hugging triceps, biceps in close to the ears. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Again, push your chest to your thighs. So we want to keep that spine straight, long line from the fingertip up into the shoulder, all the way up to the hip points. Lift high on the balls of the feet, and then drop your heels to the right. Just stretch out that left side body. Inhale, come back through center and drop your heels over to the left. Push and reach through the right side body. Come back to center. On the inhale, reach your right leg high and try to keep your shoulders squared. So you may not be able to lift the leg really, really high here, but try to push right shoulder down and press out of left shoulder. Reach through the right toes as high as you can and just hold. Trying to keep the shoulders level. Hug the arms in for 5, 4, keep lifting, reach the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower right foot down, other side. Push into the ball of the right foot, extend the left leg back, point the toes, and then slide it higher and higher. As you go higher, come back to the shoulders, left shoulder down, right shoulder up, square it off. Point the left toes, use your glute here, stretch and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently lower down on 1. Look in between your hands. You're going to take a couple little hops to land in a squat. If you want to skip the hops, you can just come to squat. Otherwise, frog kicks out to the side. So you're going to bring heels to bum and knees go outwards. And just getting the heart rate up a little bit here. So take 5 to 8 of these. Look forward the whole time. Don't look back at your feet. If you look back at your feet and you roll forward like I just did, then you're going to go all the way over. We'll meet in a squat at the front of the mat. Hands at heart. Drop the hips, adjust the feet as needed, and then sit nice and tall. And then release the fingers to the mat. Slowly begin to lift the hips, turn the toes in, find forward fold, grab opposite elbows, and gently pull down, sway side to side. All right, we'll do 2 rounds of this, so keep the arms like this. Try to pull the arms away from the top of the head. Bend your knees here. We're gonna go sunflower circles. Keep your legs slightly bent, but squeeze through the back body. Shift the weight into the big toes. Lean forward a little bit. Now take your left elbow over to the right and start to open your body out to the right and lift all the way up. I really want you to use your obliques to do this. Now take your right elbow towards the left and spin back down. Back body strong, go slow. Squeeze through the back body, pull your belly in and lift from the obliques. Take the right elbow to the left, circle back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, through to the right, and then exhale, take it down, leading with that right elbow. Okay, 1 more time. We're gonna hold at the top though. Take the left arm out, hold at the top. Find your mountain with this bind. Try to reach the forearms away from the head. So really long through the side body. Pull your belly and lengthen your tailbone. Push through your feet and stretch up, straightening the legs. Move your hips to the left and half moon stretch with this bind. Reach over to the right. Take your right shoulder, open it forward a little bit. Pull your belly in and then pull the arms away from the head a little more. Find your core. No crunching in the low back. Squeeze and tighten through the glutes. Reach and stretch. Now on the inhale, pull your lower abdominals in and drag your body back to center with your obliques. Good. Now, slowly take your right elbow to the left and let's go back to the bottom and we'll switch. So now take opposite elbow on top, whatever you had. Again, shift weight forward a little bit, squeeze the back body, lean forward, and then leading with your right elbow over to the left, go the other direction. And go slow with this. Don't use your low back. Pay attention to where and how you're moving. Left elbow to the right to circle back down. Not momentum, control. I like the idea of like you're resisting your body all the time in space. Lead with the right as you come up. Circle all the way, lead with the left to come down. Okay, 1 more time to get up to the top. Lead with that right elbow, pull belly in nice and strong. Hold it at the top. lift the arms away from the head, bend the knees a little bit first, lengthen tailbone, draw low belly in and up, push and lift even higher, hips go to the right, reach up and over the left. Hold the belly in, reach the arms away from the head, squeeze the butt a little bit, left shoulder forward, reach and stretch, come down. Again, draw the low belly in, use your right side obliques. Inhale, come back to center. Release the arms down, shake them out. Swing them side to side if that feels good. All right, moving into a little bit of sun A. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, soften your knees and forward fold. Inhale, find a half lift. Bend your knees a little bit. And as your hands slide your shins, push your chest up, squeeze your back body. So this is how I want you to practice our half lifts. This is gonna build back body strength to support your spine. It's gonna keep the engagement of the low belly. Instead of just jamming the knees back and moving the hips beyond the heels, that doesn't do anything. That's just gonna create injury in the back of the legs. So really use your core, lift up, and that way you'll also be prepping to jump back. Let's fold again and try it. Inhale, slide the hands, squeeze the butt, squeeze the back body, draw the belly and lift the heart, plant the hands. Now all you have to do is just lean forward, bring the knees into the arms, crow pose if you want to try it. One and then the other foot, you can step one leg back, then the other leg, or jump it back. Take your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Little core plank work here. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Take your right foot and step outside your right hand. Heel touches, send it back, straight legged. Exhale, pull the knee in, bend it, and then straighten it, tap the heel, right leg straight all the way back. 3 more, bend the knee, pull it in, tap the heel outside the hand, straight leg all the way back, toes pointed. Pull the knee in, tap the heel, straight leg all the way back. 1 more time, pull it in, tap, send it all the way back, and then lower it down. Switch legs, left leg lifts, inhale. Bend the knee, pull it into the chest, and then swing the leg, tap the heel, straight leg, point toes all the way back. Again, knee in, straighten, tap, all the way back. 3 more. 2 more. Nice and slow. Don't worry if you don't get this leg fully straight or if you can't tap the heel. Just find that core, send it back, and lower it down. Look forward, take a deep breath, lift high on the balls of the feet. Your choice, bend knees, walk or hop to the front. Halfway lift and fold. Separate the feet, hips with distance. Bend the knees as much as you need to, even bring the hands way forward if you have to. Get your palms flat. And then lift onto the balls of the feet. Tap your left foot to your left forearm, right foot, left. You're on the balls of the feet, weight shifting forward, shoulders beyond the wrist, fingers gripping. Protect the wrist for 8, 6. Get that low belly. Don't worry if you're not making contact. You'll feel the burn in the low belly. Last 2 and 1. Release the heels, bend the knees, forward fold. Grab the elbows. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. Root down, release the hands, press, and squeeze the back body, and then come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, stretch up. You should start to feel warm at this point. Forward fold. Keep the knees slightly bent. Remember, squeeze back body, lift up halfway. Find your core. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands plant, lean forward, bend the arms. Knees or no knees, crow or no crows. And then when you're ready, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Lift your right leg high. Same thing, knee in. Some of the repetition is good. Tap the heels, send the legs, swing it back. It's still not momentum though. Nice and controlled movements. If you're going slower than me, good. I tend to go fast, so I'm fine with you being a step or 2 or 3 or 4 behind me. Last 2. Last one. Let's hold this last one. Tap the heel, step the foot down, lizard, drop the left knee. On the exhale, hinge it back, half a split. Inhale, move forward, lizard. Half a split, exhale. 3 more, inhale. And when you move back, drag that right heel with you. Get into the hamstring, inner thigh. 2 more. Don't worry if you can't straighten. 2 and 1. Shift forward. Pick up the back knee. Try to float that back foot out to the side. Send it back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips. Keep the shoulders stacked. Push out of your left shoulder. Lock your arms. Hug your arms in for 5. Lift through the knee. 4. Squeeze the heel to the bum. 2 and 1. Lower the right leg back down. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Reach through the toes. Exhale. Knee in. Heel taps. Send it back. Straight leg. 5. Knee in. I'm going to be nice today. It's the first day. So go at your own pace. Nothing too crazy. Last one. We're going to tap the heel and then set the foot, heel, ball, toe. Drop right knee, lift heart. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge it back. Drag that heel back as you pull the heart forward. Inhale, lizard. Exhale. Half split. 3. 2. Pull it back. And 1. Last time. When you come forward this next time, pick up the back leg. Try to pick up the foot, send the leg out to the left, all the way back, and then lower the left, or bend the knee open, sorry. Lift out of that right shoulder, heel to bum, squeeze calf and hamstring. Squeeze them together, and then push more out of that right shoulder for 5, 4, 3, drop the chest, 2, and 1, left leg down. Inhale, look forward, lift high on the balls of the feet. Your choice, bend knees, walk or hop. Halfway lift, squeeze that back body. Fold, plant the hands. Palms flat, lean forward, shoulders beyond wrist, come to tiptoes. And then tap, forearm, forearm. 8, grip the fingers. Pull the low belly in, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Grab your elbows for a moment, sway side to side. Release the hands, press, squeeze the back body, push with your feet, and then come up effortlessly. Hands to heart. Be still. All right, let's get to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, squeeze the back body, your choice, crow or no crow, always an option. Shoot it back. Just keep trying. Eventually, you'll be able to pick up one foot, then the other, then both. Downward facing dog. All right, working on some legs a little bit here. Lift the right leg high. Pull your knee into your nose. As you shift forward, really press and try to lift the hips and the mid back. Step through heel ball toe for crescent. Slide your left foot back if you need to create space. Stack your back heel over your back toes. Really active through the back leg. And then plant the hands onto your fingertips. Lift the heart. Right hip back, left hip forward, and then slowly rise all the way up. So you have your strong foundation, crescent lunge, arms extended. So we're just gonna do some movements over and over. I'll show you the first one. Inhale, we're reaching up. On the exhale, I want you to move like you're moving through molasses. Pull the knee in and lift it high, then kick it out. Push your arms back, triceps engaged. Then inhale, send it back slow. Landing right back into the marker where you were before. Let's try it together. Pull your navel in, stretch forward, exhale, pull the knee in, extend the leg, push through your triceps. Pull it in, reach forward again to counter, step back. The slower you go, the better it's gonna be. The more yoga strength you're building. It's not about momentum. I always use the metaphor of like musical chairs. I could stop the music at any point. You could stop your body wherever you are. That's how much control. Where does that control come from? Pretty much your low belly and your gaze. So just train your eyes on one spot, forward a few feet, and then always move from low belly, pulling in and up first. Keep going. Go slow. Reach through the toes, reach through the fingers. That's the counter, and then you land exactly in place. 3 more like this. 2. That's how slow we're going. Last one. Hold it up. Push with your arms. Find your triceps. If you need to bend the knee, bend the knee. Now push your arms back, pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze that right glute. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach up. Pulse the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze the right glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back slowly. Find your crescent. Hold it here. Okay, so we're in crescent. Drop the knee for a second. Just give yourself a break. Watch really quickly what I'm going to do. So we're in crescent. I'm going to move the back knee. As I lower the knee and hover it, I'm going to pick up the right heel. Then I'm going to drop the heel, pick up the back leg. Go ahead and join me when you're ready. Knee hovers, heel lifts. Straighten and drop the heel. Look at one spot. It will matter. Don't touch the knee. Just try to hover it if you can. If you have bad knees, then just work on keeping the knee down and just picking up that heel one at a time. Or you can skip the heel part. 8. Feel that burn in the right leg. Right glute. 6. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to crescent. Plant the hands. Open the hip. That should feel good second time around. Heel to bum. Reach through the knee. Circle it out a few times if that feels good. And then extend the leg. Reach it high. Lower it down. We have another side. Find your down dog. Push the mat away. Lift your left leg high. Big inhale. Exhale. Bring your knee into your nose and step heel ball toe. So set your crescent. I just want to check something. Set your crescent up. Okay. Once your crescent is set, find that focal point on the mat or like further beyond the mat. And again, try to find your low belly. We move from there. So inhale, reach up. On the exhale, stretch forward. Pull the knee into the chest. Push your arms back. Squeeze your triceps. If you can, straighten the leg. Inhale, extend back. Crescent. Land softly. Exhale. Push. Extend. That left glute really squeezing as you stand up. Now we know the joints are stacking, the weight evenly distributed through the 3 points of the foot. Again, so you should feel your core burning a little bit like when you do sit-ups in that low belly area, if you're doing this correctly. Push. Let's do 5 more. Okay, last 2. Nice and slow. And last one, we're going to hold it up there. Arms behind you. Pulse, find those triceps for 10, 8. Squeeze that left glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pulse the leg. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up. Send it back. Crescents first. And then hands down. So maintaining control all the way through. Bend the knees, circle it out here too if it feels good. Extend it long, and then back to downward facing dog. All right, shift forward into plank. You can always drop knees for this. We're gonna do 8 of these. When you do chaturanga push-ups, arms hug in, but you're not resting on the upper arms. You're sliding them along the ribs, and you're reaching the heart forward, much like we train in forearm plank and plank. That rod sort of reaching forward. Gaze slightly forward, shift forward. So go beyond your wrist. Arms in, bend them for 8. Push and straighten all the way. Lift with your core as you lower down. That's going to keep you light. Again, knees down. Don't sag in the low back. So pay more attention to form than just doing the postures for the sake of doing them. 2 more. And 2. And downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, look forward, lift on tiptoes, bend knees, step, hop, or float to the front. Land with your feet together, half lift, squeeze back body. Exhale, fold. Chair, sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Take your hands to your heart, sit a little lower, reach your heart forward, long spine, and then twist to the right. Try to hook your arm outside your leg, and then press your hands to heart center and lengthen the spine forward. Shift the weight into your right leg, squeeze the right glute, and just cover that left foot. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4. We're going to revolve hand to big toe in 3, 2. Keep the foot lifted, start to lift up, extend the leg high. You can straighten it out. Grab the outer foot or the outer thigh if the knee is bent. Left hand to hip, lift your chest. Squeeze the right glute and begin to twist. And extend the left arm back. Really take your time with this, you guys. Balance is about pressing down and lifting up. So you're squeezing that right glute. Push through your foot and lift through the crown of the head. Feel like you just grew about an inch. Pull your low belly in and twist. The twist is from the spine, mostly in that mid-spine area. Now come back to the center. Reach the arms up and set the foot down to meet the left foot, right foot. Chair again. Sit low. Hands to heart, lengthen tailbone, and then lengthen forward as you drop the hips. Pull the belly and twist to the left. Hook that arm as much as you can and pull your right knee back in line with left. Pull your heart forward, hands to heart center. Hug that left hip behind your left heel. Don't let it swing out. Push in your left foot, hover the right foot. Squeeze your left glute for 10. 9, now you know where we're going. 8, squeeze the glute. 7, 6, 5. Start to look forward a little bit, preparing. 3, 2, revolve hand to toe. Push and stand up. Knee can be bent or straight. Grab the outer thigh or outer foot, right hand to hip. Start with it there. So as you push into the foot with your hand or your outer thigh, push back into the hand so that that doesn't actually move. The movement will come mostly through the rib area. Extend the arm if you want to take it further, look back. Keep coming back to that left glute. If you're starting to fall, just notice the pattern of the eyes. If they're darting all over the place, most likely you will fall. So train your eyes on one spot once you get there. Slowly, then drag a line with your eyes to create that moving drishti. Reach up, and then release your foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands, step back. You can add crow or not. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Come forward into plank. Grip your fingers here. Nice and strong. Feet about hips width distance. Pick up your right foot, hover it in space. We're going to take right knee to right tricep. Squeeze it outside. Feel that in the right side obliques. Extend the leg. Don't touch the floor. Tap it again. And extend. Tap. Extend. If you need to bring the knee down, you can do it from a tabletop position. Just getting into that right side oblique. Keep going. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Extend the leg, lower it down, drop your knees, child's pose before we do the other side. Shift forward again, find plank. Other side, feet hips width distance. Find a good strong plank first, fingers gripping, push the mat away. As you lift the left leg, try not to let anything else move. Reestablish plank. Now left knee, left outer tricep. Kick it back, extend. You've got 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower the foot from here, lower all the way down to the mat. All right, setting up for just a little bit of spine work before we move into the glutes. This class goes fast. Bend your, actually let's take both arms forward and extend both legs back. Open your feet hips width, arms shoulder width. And then on the inhale, press down into the feet. Lift your thighs, lift your knees. Keep the feet down and just lift the upper body. Reach through your fingers. Press through your feet. Draw the belly in. Reach and lift. Now lower the hands and pick up the legs. You can tap your third eye, hold the legs, squeeze. Then lower the feet, pick up the upper body. Lower upper body, pick up lower body. Start to move like that, slow. Upper, lower, And then you'll start to get a little bit of a rocking. Keep that core strong. Lift and lower, rock the body. 8, 7, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Bend both knees, reach around, grab below the toes. Spread the toes around the pinky. Press the big toe mound into the pinky so that the pinky toes are curling a little more into the body from the outside. That's going to help the knees stay in. Now kick your legs off the mat first. Peel the upper body. We're going to flow with this. So slowly, inhale, lift everything. Exhale, gently lower and tap. Inhale, kick up again, lift everything up. Exhale, gently lower, tap. Keep going, lift. Each time maybe a little bit more height, but hug those knees in. Inner thighs should start to feel a little bit on fire. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Now let go of your feet, but keep the posture. Just reach back and lift your chest higher. Keep kicking through your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come all the way down. Plant the hands. Curl the toes. Push into the knees. Come through tabletop. Cat-cow your spine. And then hugging your arms in, find your tabletop, wrap your inner elbows forward, walk your hands forward about 1 inch in front of the shoulders, and then lower your elbows to just hover, triceps, hug them in. Notice when I do this, I'm not dropping my chest, I'm not dipping in my hips, I'm only bending the arms. I want you to find that resistance by drawing your heart forward, barely off the mat, and then straight. Don't touch the mat, but almost that close. Keep your core lifting. Inner elbows wrapping in. Lower and lift slow. If you're not feeling it, you're probably just letting your body drop. So really go slow. Find resistance without the weights. Use your body weight resistance here. Go slow, slow, slow. Hover off the mat. Just 5 more like this. Squeeze inner elbows in like you're trying to grab something with your inner arms. 3, 2. Now hold it at the bottom, hover right there. Hug your inner elbows in like there's magnets pulling them together and pulse, pulse, pulse. Little movements. The movement is in the elbow joint, not the body. The body's just going to move with that elbow joint. Little tiny movements. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Hover it, hold it. Slowly straighten. Good. Push it back. Find prayer position in the hands and then tap your third eye. Bring your hands towards your neck, stretching out your triceps. All right, we made it to the glute portion. This is always going to be the last 10 minutes of class or so. We'll do the regular standard routine and then kind of add on each class. So I like to do it on forms. Come down, push your shoulder blades apart. Let's start with the right leg. Bend your right knee, flex your foot, and then you push through your heel all the way up. So the leg is bent the entire time for this one. At the very tip top, squeeze that glute even more. Like you're trying to push a weight up. Squeeze it at the top and lower with control. No momentum here. Hug that left hip in. So I do a lot of the glute work because it's really good for a lot of injuries people come to yoga for, low back. So especially in low back. So I try to work a little bit more on glutes with students. 7, keep going. Squeeze it at the top and push, lower, slow. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it all the way up there at the highest point, flex your foot, and little squeezes, little pulses, controlled. Little squeezes of the glute. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Now straighten the leg. Same movement, just straight leg, tap the big toe, lift and squeeze. Watch that left hip, it's gonna wanna wing out, so squeeze it in. You're using that glute as well to stabilize, so you're working both sides right now, just differently. Lift and squeeze. You've got 10, 9, all the way up, and again, lower with control. That's it. Last 5, squeeze it. 4, 3, 2, now hold it up on the 1 and pulse it 20. Squeeze it, pulse it. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, squeeze. Now come to the fingertips of the right hand and spin. So really hug that left hip under, stack your hips, stack your shoulders, and then flex your foot and lift the leg even higher. Now little pulses at your highest point, outer glute. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Keep the leg up, but I want you to turn the toes down, close the hip. You can stay on the fingertips, walk off to the left side as the right leg is lifted, and then you probably drop that forearm down. So now your leg's at about a 45-degree angle, but make sure that hip is closed, but the leg is high. This should be right at the attachment point, glute and hamstring, little pulses, squeezes underneath the glute area, and that little sagging part. Squeeze, squeeze. The squeeze will lift it up. For 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Now come back to center, bend your heel to your bum. You can come back to fingertips for this, but I want you to make sure that left hip is hugging under, and then kick at an angle, flex your foot, and when you kick through your heel, squeeze the glute. Just bending and straightening the leg from the knee. Nice controlled movements. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take your right foot and cross it over your left ankle. And with a straight leg, a big karate kick out to the right and then tap. But this is control. Tap behind and then kick it out at an angle. 5 more. 3, 2, now hold it out on 1, drop it out to the right. So you're in kind of a gate pose like this. Foot out to the right, you're on the inner sole of the foot, hug your left hip in, and now lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Now bend the knee and kick to the back and pull the knee to the arm. Push it through the heel. Left hip, hug it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Go ahead. Send it back, child's pose. Wiggle the hip side to side. Move it around. Okay. Other side. So come back on your forearms. This is it for the rest of the day. Pick up your leg, bend the knee, push and squeeze. Push and squeeze. All the way up. You're going to feel it. It's going to feel like you've already done this leg because we've been stabilizing. So make sure you're using that right butt cheek. Hug it in tight. All the way up. Highest point, squeeze. Push and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up there and pulse. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap and lift. And lift. Squeeze it at the top. Hug that right hip in. Keep coming back to that. Pull your low belly into and try not to collapse in the low back. Lift and squeeze it at the highest point. For 10. 8. 6. Last little bit. 3. 2. Now last one, hold it up there and you pulse. Controlled pulses. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up. Come to left fingertips, spin. Lift the leg high, turn the toes out to the side, hug the right hip under, pulse it up and down at that highest point, outer glute. Eight, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, but open and turn the toes down, rather close the hip, walk off to the right. So your arms are out at 45, your leg at 45, toes down, heel close, leg high, pulse, right at that attachment, glute hamstring. Ten, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, bend the knee, keep the leg up at an angle, hug that right hip under, kick it out, squeeze it as you straighten the leg. Bend and straighten. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then tap the foot behind you, kick it out at an angle. 5, 4, we're almost there. 3, 2, last one, hold it out there, bring it out to the left. You can come onto left fingertips. You're on the inner sole of the foot, inner edge of the foot rather, and lift and lower. Last 5 here. 4, 3, 2, now hold it up on 1, bend the knee, kick straight back, pull the knee to the tricep. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right, you guys, it's 9:46. So I apologize about the waiting room. I'll have that fixed so you can just hop in whenever. When I send the recordings, and these are good because you could do this another time. It's a little different than the flow classes. I'll tell you what minute to start because some of these videos start a little too soon. If you have any feedback, let me know. If anything you really need, anything you don't want to see ever again, let me know that too. All right, you guys have a great day. Namaste.